The following is a presentation of the Missouri Sports Network.
Hello again, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to Season 1, Episode 34 of Missouri Milestones, the podcast. It's January 29th, 2026. Certainly glad everyone has tuned in. Hey, and do us a favor. Go to our YouTube channel and subscribe. Go to our Facebook page and give us a like and sign up and follow us at Scoreboard Guy, at Playing_Sports, and at Missouri_Sports. Guy Newcomb alongside Kent Mueller from Playing on Sports, and we're certainly glad that you are here. And we've got a dandy for you today. Got to track down three family members, two cousins and their aunt, who are both members of the Missouri Milestones and compiling over 4,600 points at the same high school. All were Lady Liberators here at Bolivar, and we'll hear from from those ladies after these words here. And Kent, hey, welcome us in.
Oh, yes. We started Missouri Milestones with 1,000-point career scoring list for both boys and girls. We now have over 1,500 boys and over 1,300 girls. It won't be long before we have combined lists totaling more than 3,000 Missouri basketball athletes. Those lists will continue to grow as we dig out more and more Missouri high school history, and also as we record and recognize those who will cross that threshold each season going forward. Due to the strong response for the basketball, we're expanded to include 3 stats for football and 5 stats for volleyball, and that's for both boys and girls volleyball. The popularity of these lists has naturally led to our podcast presentation of Missouri Milestones. In each episode, we sit down with one of these standout athletes to hear their story straight from the source, the work, the mindset, and the moments that make it happen. If you are a coach, an athlete, an AD, or a proud sports parent, this is the podcast made for you. And the easiest way for you to see the list as they get updated is to follow us on X. Follow Guy Newcomb at Scoreboard Guy, and follow me, Kent Mueller, at Playing_Sports. By following us, you will get updated lists as they become available. Now that you are following us on X, let's get to the Missouri Milestones interview of the week. You are about to hear our discussion with 3 members of the Cribbs family, 2 cousins and an aunt. All have scored well over career points. Don't miss it. Missouri Milestones, the podcast, because history isn't just written, it's earned.
Things are a little tight for Terrence right now. But they won't be for long, because Central Bank makes it easier for customers like Terrence to dream bigger.
More room would be nice.
With mortgage solutions that can open the door to more space.
That's what I'm talking about.
For his growing family.
Growing family?
Honey, guess what?
You got this, buddy.
Unplug and unlock. Road trips on easy mode. And a really big touchscreen for the biggest jams. And qualify for up to $7,500 in tax credit with the Equinox EV. Unlock the tech and the value with the 2025 Equinox EV, America's most affordable over 315-mile range EV. And Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Whether your day starts early or goes late into the night, brings the discovery of something new, or just the work of getting it done, it's all easier with a little help. At Great Southern Bank, we understand the importance of having a trusted, reliable support team who can offer you helpful resources and smart options to make the most of what you have and build on it, with possibilities that inspire you to keep going. Find your support team at GreatSouthernBank.com. Great Southern Bank, understanding what really matters.
Hey, welcome back to Missouri Milestones, the podcast. Guy Newcomb alongside Kent Mueller from Playing on Sports. Certainly glad that you have tuned in here to Missouri Milestones, and we'll talk a little bit more about that and how that came about here throughout the interview. Certainly am glad to be joined by several members of the Cribbs clan. They do not have that last name, all of them, since there's marriages that they're involved here. But we welcome to the show 1982 graduate Sandy Jacobson of Bolivar, and I believe a 2021 graduate of Bolivar, Lexi Berry, and a not graduated yet, but will this year, Carly Cribbs. Ladies, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
And this is a Missouri Milestones, along with Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks Athlete of the Week segment presented by Doak Propane. Central Bank of the Ozarks, the Bank of Billings, established 1889, the oldest bank in Christian County. All three ladies in separate locations, all doing different things now at this point, but we will start off, Kent, here with Sandy Jacobson, who graduated in 1982 from Bolivar High School. Sandy, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Sandy, first off, that was a 1982 was a state championship year for the Bolivar Lady Liberators. What do you remember about that season as you look back?
Lots of fun and definitely grateful for Coach Roten and his leadership and all the teammates, the unity we felt, and just the community support. Lots of rivalries among other teams, but yeah, just enjoyed the year, enjoyed the sport. Definitely being in Columbia, playing for the state title was a lifetime dream.
Who are, when you say those rivalries, who are maybe some of those individuals or teams that you kind of remember butting heads with against, in a friendly rivalry way at your time at Bolivar?
Yeah, definitely Rogersville, Republic, Springfield Catholic, Buffalo, and Morrisville. So we had quite a few.
Do you remember that, coming out of districts, you get the district championship if it was that way at that time? Do you remember who you had to play to get to the Final Four?
We played Mountain Grove. I remember Robin Douglas was an amazing player. And actually some of the girls on that team I'm actually friends with now. And then McDonald County was the one that so many said, oh, you won't get past them. But we had a slogan, our team did, go for it, Christ makes it great. And we just didn't believe we couldn't win. So.
Well, that McDonald County team was legendary with the triplets.
Yeah.
At that time. And those are some ladies who are coming up here on the Missouri Milestones, the podcast. They all played together.
Yeah.
When I say triplets, they were not related. That's just what they were referred to because they were all outstanding players.
Yeah.
There at McDonald County. And who did you beat in the state championship game?
Visitation, St. Louis Visitation. It was a private school. The thing I remember about that is before the game, Coach Roten said, I just want to tell you what their coach said. He said, Bolivar who? And that just put a fire in us, like, who's Bolivar? And so I just remember the next day, Coach Roten holding up a paper that says Visitation eats humble pie. And that game, I was just blown away how many from the community came. I mean, MU's a big stadium, and it was almost packed, the whole thing. And just community support was amazing.
What memories in your 4 years, in your entire encapsulation there of your high school career, what memories really stand out outside of obviously the state championship was huge?
Yeah.
Sandy's camera went off.
Sorry. Clip that. Lexi, that was your mom calling me.
She just called me.
Oh my gosh. I remember a loss to Glendale that made us just fight harder for the next few games. And McDonald County was a huge win, and we played at their place, and their gym was packed. It was loud. Yeah, I remember that. And things I remember too are like our team would eat together before the games. We would go to different people's houses, and the moms would cook a meal or whatever. And just the unity among the team. There were 7 seniors and 3 juniors, but it was one unit. Everybody played their role.
I know Kent's got a couple questions. Kent, fire away.
Well, first of all, Sandy, you graduated in 1982. How many points would you have scored if you had the 3-point shot?
Oh man, I don't know.
That's always an issue. I mean, I've talked to people. This is, well, you didn't ever, get a 3-point shot. He goes, "Oh, I made many. They just want to give me 2 points each time." So difference in the scoring.
Yeah. I feel like the I feel like the 3-point changed the game, and I'm not saying it good or bad, but I don't know. It changed the game, and I'm glad I was playing before the 3-point actually. But
what other changes have you seen since then and until now? When you watch high school girls basketball today, what strikes you as the biggest change?
I think it's more physical, and I feel like there's more dribbling, less passing. Like our coach was big on, if it takes you more than 3 dribbles to get past half court, like I'm talking to you. That was Coach Roden. He wanted you to pass it up, not dribble it up, and not that one's right or one's wrong, but I definitely feel like my ceiling is Carly and Lexi's floor. Like they've exceeded far beyond, what I did when I was playing.
Well, I can identify that. I played in your era, so I mean, there's clearly a lot of differences, and I can still hear my coach. We would hear from him on the third pass. Third dribble. That there needed to be a pass by then. That brings back a lot of memories, both maybe not so good, but a lot of memories. So thank you for that. I appreciate that.
Sandy finished with 1,450 points. Was there? Do you remember who you passed, and do you remember your 1,000th point?
I don't remember. I didn't even know how many points I had. Honestly, they asked me, and I said, "You have to ask Coach Roten." I don't think they did anything at the game. I don't know. Maybe they could have. It's been 44 years, so I just don't remember.
Very good. Very good. Well, Sandy, we greatly appreciate you, and again, congratulations for being part of Missouri Milestones, the podcast, and that there's no membership dues, no secret handshakes. You've already done the work. So congratulations, and thanks for being part of the show today.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Okay. We'll go to Lexi Berry, and I got that right. And Lexi,
you did.
You may have to text your mom and tell her to quit calling Sandy.
Okay.
Lexi, a 2021 graduate of Bolivar Schools, and Kent's got the number, but do you remember going back to your freshman year? Remember that first time you stepped on the floor?
Oh man. I don't know. I feel like it's bad how much I don't remember, but I do remember a lot from my freshman year. It was honestly one of the most fun years I had, and I actually was being coached by Coach Archer, who's now Carly's coach as well. And we just had such a good time, and there was some great players that were around me. Michelle Gabani, who is on that list as well as being one of the top scorers. In Bolivar's history. And so we just had a ton of fun. It was a great spot for me to be able to grow as a point guard, even as a freshman, just to have people around me that were kind of mentoring me and helping me become a better player.
Go back, in your 4 years, maybe who were some of the rivals, team wise and individual wise, that you really look forward to playing?
I don't know that we had a ton of rivals. There was a lot of change. We didn't have a conference when I was playing, so that kind of made things a little bit different. But I would say my senior year, the biggest quote unquote rival that we had was Willard. We had to play him, I think, 3 times, even before districts. And we lost by I want to say we lost by 30 every single time. And that was always so frustrating. But then we got to the district championship and ended up having to play him again. And kind of like what Sandy was saying earlier, we really had this mindset going into the game, even though that we had lost so many times, that we were going to go out there and we were just going to give them our best. And I feel like we did. We did end up coming short, but I think we ended up losing only by 2. So I was honestly really, really proud of that team's effort. Even though we didn't get the win, we all went out there, we gave our best, and we didn't let the past kind of deter us.
Who were some of the other members of that team that stand out to you?
Trinity Williamson, she was a great kind of stretch player. She was super athletic, and she just played hard on defense and got some buckets running the floor and things like that. She was a big factor. Kara Larimore, she's still one of my really good friends. She's kind of one of those glue players that kept everybody together, kept everybody on the same page. Ashton Lynn, she was another senior that kind of was just a hard worker. She'd get stops on defense. Beyond that, I think we had a few younger players that really stepped up. McKinley Hedges, she was a good shooter for us, and Sydney Batten also, she would come in and she'd do some good things defensively. So it was a full force effort, really just giving it everything that we had.
And of all 3 of you, I've seen Lexi play more games than any of you, just because my daughter played in that era. I believe she was a senior when you were a sophomore.
Yes, Hannah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, got to see quite a few games there on Lexi's behalf. Lexi, if you could get in a time machine, go back in time to that Lexi Beria, who's an 8th grader, and give yourself some advice based on what you know now after playing high school, playing at the college level, now coaching, what advice would you go back and give that young lady in the 8th grade?
I think I would just tell myself to keep playing free and not get too emotional with makes or misses. I would have told myself to learn how to play defense a lot sooner. I got into college and I had a rude awakening because I was always so offensive minded, and my role was to score. That's what I had to do, and so I don't know if I just focused on that more and maybe took a little bit of a break on defense, but I would say play free, don't get too caught up in makes or misses, and really just focus on the defensive end of the floor.
Again, you're listening to and watching the Missouri Milestones, the podcast. Guy Newcomb alongside Kent Mueller, and I know Kent's got some questions for Lexi as well.
Well, Lexi, you played 4 years in high school. Each team is different. Which was the most memorable and why?
Man, that is a tough question. As you said, each team was so different. I had 3 different coaches in high school, so lots of change. I have to go back to my freshman year. I mean, that was just one of the best times of my life. I didn't feel as much pressure. I was a freshman, and I just kind of had a super fun group around me. But then I also do have to go back to my senior year, just kind of seeing how we all came together at the end, and had one common goal, one common mission. And I think that that's the root of sports. And, we're talking about scoring points, but really the things that you remember and value are the teammates that you create and friendships that outlast the game.
And I understand that you publish a broadcast, a podcast. I'd like for you to tell us about that, how that got started, what that involves, and the purpose, and what you cover with the podcast.
Yeah, so I have recently started a podcast and a brand, basically focusing on helping athletes live free and play free. And it kind of stemmed from a little bit of my playing career. I played multiple sports, and then I went on to play college basketball, where it was a little bit turbulent, and I went through a lot of hard situations, and I felt like maybe there wasn't as much out there. There wasn't the resources that really needed to be out there for athletes when they face hard situations. They face a challenging coach, or confidence issues, or mental health struggles. And so, and my faith plays a big piece in that, because I feel like the only way I really made it through was through my faith in Jesus. And so I just kind of started reaching out to people and seeing, where I could help, and tried to do a Bible study a couple times, and there was a little bit of friction with that. So I thought, the best thing I could do is get out there on social media and start posting just about what I do. And I've seen growth with that. And so I started a podcast just to get a little bit more serious, because usually my social media posts are a little bit silly. So with my podcast, I'm able to talk about things that are really important to me. And that's just growing the game and helping athletes see that they're more than just their sport.
I think that's terrific.
Thank you.
Do you, Lexi, do you remember the night that you passed Sandy?
Oh goodness, no, I don't. I don't remember even. I don't even really remember hitting 1500. Like I said, my memory is pretty foggy with that.
All right. You mentioned your social media posts. Are you posting things on X or?
I post primarily on TikTok. I've kind of switched over to Instagram a little bit. Mostly post about PE teacher things, and then now I'm transitioning and adding a layer of helping athletes.
All right. So now I've got out. What are you doing now? Let the folks know where you're at, what you're doing professionally outside of your podcast.
So I just graduated this past year, and now I am teaching and coaching in Willard, Missouri. So I'm an elementary PE teacher, and I feel it's the best job in the world. You get to play games all day and teach kids how to handle winning and losing, and I think it's one of the most important jobs that you can have. And then I get to go coach. I've coached multiple different sports. I coached volleyball, and now I'm into basketball season, kind of in the thick of it. And then we'll see what's to come. Might be coaching something different coming up next fall.
Very good. Well, Lexi, again, congratulations for being part of Missouri Milestones, the podcast. And as I mentioned, there's no secret handshakes or membership dues. You've already paid your dues. So congratulations, and thanks for being part of the show today.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
And now we go to friend of the show, Carly Cribbs, and we have a rule here at the Missouri Sports Network that in order to become a friend of the show, officially a friend of the show, you have to make 3 appearances. And this is Carly's 3rd appearance, and probably within the last year. But Carly, as part of our Chevulars of the Ozarks Athlete of the Week, congratulations on passing both your relatives here that are on the top of the screen, and in Lexi's case here, most recently, I believe, was in the Ozark game. You had 28 points and you needed 23, and you got past it. Did you know you were passing her?
No, not really, actually. I knew I was close, but I didn't know how many I needed.
Yeah. Well, I was texting your dad, and I said, did she pass her yet? No. I don't think she'll pass her tonight. And sure enough, he put up 28 points against Ozark and went past her. But, talk about your high school career and how much advice have you gotten from the ladies on the top of the screen here, your relatives?
Well, we started off with Glasgow my freshman year, and I was the only freshman on varsity, and I was playing with seniors, and they kind of helped me through and like taught me like how to play and stuff and how to handle varsity at the varsity level and stuff. But Lexi and Sandy, I remember playing at our annual Crips Christmas at Walnut Grove High School. We would
Oh
just play
yeah.
basketball for 3 hours straight, and it's just fun to be around the game and the family. So
Was there a point, and obviously you did not play with Lexi, but being in the set, were you seventh or eighth grader when she was a senior?
I think sixth grade, seventh. I think seventh.
Seventh grade. Did you get to see a lot of those games?
Yeah, we went to a lot of her home games.
Huh? Was there a point, maybe even last year, where you thought that her record may be reachable? That kind of drove you a little bit. Is there kind of a friendly little rivalry there? I'm going to get you. I'm going to catch you.
I mean, I never really thought about it. I didn't even know how much she had, or I never even dreamt I would get to 1500. So I don't know. I just never really thought of it or wanted to. I don't know.
Yeah. As you know, if and again the same question I asked Lexi, if you could go back to that eighth grader Carly Cribbs and give her some advice, or that seventh grader and give her some advice, what advice would you give yourself?
I would just say have fun and just while it lasts, just have fun and play with all your heart. And I would also say teach myself how to play defense because Lord, I'm not good at defense. But this year, we're more of a defensive team this year, and I feel like I've kind of stepped up and gotten a little better. But
Throughout your career, who's been those rivals, team wise and individual wise, that you really look forward to playing?
um, definitely Hillcrest is always up there. West Plains and Log Rock, Marshfield. Most of our conference teams are just fun to play because they're always good and competitive. So.
Very good. Very good. Well, a friend of the show, I know Kent's got some questions for our friend of the show here as well.
Well, yes, Carly, do you play other sports other than basketball?
Yeah, I play softball and I used to play track or run track,
Okay.
not play.
Well, and tell us a little bit about the nutrition of being an athlete today in 2026. It's much different than when your aunt and I were back in school. What do you concentrate on there?
I mean, I just try to just eat healthy, get in the gym and like put work in and you just gotta do whatever you gotta do, you know?
And then you mentioned family, a family marathon basketball game about 3 hours over Christmas. That fell right into what I was curious about with three family members here, all around 1,500 points. It must be competitive there. Tell me a little bit about the competitiveness within the family and getting out on the driveway, wherever you go to shoot when you're together as a family after during holidays.
We just have one get together every year and we would just play for like hours and just everyone in our family is competitive, like uncles, aunts, cousins. So it's just fun to be around.
That's terrific.
Carly, being a senior, have you made any decisions with regards to what you're going to be doing next year?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go to OTC and just continue some academic, not really athletics.
So no softball or basketball in your future.
I don't think so, no. I haven't fully
Any,
decided yet, but
any particular area of study?
I think I'm gonna do sonography, which is like ultrasounds.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right. And I've got one question for all three of you here, and I'll start with Sandy. If Coach Roten were able to tell us, one story or one fact about Sandy Jacobson, if he were still with us, what would he say? What story would he tell, or what fact would he put out there about yourself?
I know exactly which story he would tell. we had played a game and I didn't shoot the ball that game, and when we got on the bus, he was like, Cribs, come up and sit by me. So I knew I was in trouble. And I sat down and he's like, why didn't you shoot tonight? And I said, well, I was just letting other people shoot. And he's like, are you the best defensive player? And I'm like, oh no, and said a person's name. Are you the best rebounder? Oh no. And are you the best passer? Oh no. And he goes, are you the best shooter? And I'm like, I don't know. And he goes, that's your job and do it, or you won't be, I'll take you out of the game next time. So he loved telling that story. I bet he told that to my husband, I don't know how many times when he would work cattle for him, but play your role. So it was a life lesson for me too.
Mhm.
But grateful for his coaching and things that I learned from him and the other three coaches, or the other two coaches I had, Coach Martin and Coach Provance. But Coach Roten was definitely influential in my life. I wasn't planning to go to college because my dad had said, you'll have to pay for your college. And I was like, I'm not going to do that. And Coach Roten was like, well, what if I get you a scholarship? And I'm like, well, maybe. And so he made all that happen. So grateful for his coaching.
Now, Lexi, and Coach Archer's going to watch this, so you got to be honest. Okay. What would Coach Archer say about you? Facts, or what are some moments or interesting conversations you've had with Coach Archer?
Oh man. So I only got to be coached by Coach Archer for the 1 year, my freshman year. So I don't know how silly I was yet, but I didn't take myself too seriously, I would say, for the most part. And Coach Wells, who's been there for the long run, he would say that too. He could probably tell a lot of stories on me that I probably wouldn't want shared. But if there was anything specific, I think he would say that I worked hard and I was very focused on what I wanted to do and the player that I wanted to become. And he was a key factor in that my freshman year. And even whenever he had left, he sent me a text and I'll never forget. He just said, I'll always be rooting for you. And if I ever need anything, that he would always be there for me. And I really appreciated that. And I knew that he really meant it when he said it.
What about your coach, your sophomore through senior year? And was that Coach Matson?
So I had my sophomore year, I had Coach Madison. And he would say that I was bad at defense. And no, he's a super funny guy, and it was honestly a really hard season. Like that was probably the hardest season of basketball in my life, and during it, I hated it. But looking back, I really loved it, and that's what I needed in that time. And I still have a good relationship with him. Talk to him if I ever have basketball questions, X's and O's types of things. And so he was a great coach and mentor. And then my junior and senior year, I had Ben Glasgow. So, yeah, kind of a whirlwind of lots of different coaches, but through it all, I would say they would all say I'm a little bit like fly by the seat of my pants, don't take it too seriously, but when it comes game time, I'm pretty focused.
All right, Carly. What would Coach Archer say about you and factual and maybe a funny story?
Oh boy. I think Archer would say that I'm pretty like driven to like be the best I can be and just helping my team out when I can, but I do goof around a lot, I will not lie. And during the pink and white, we had a walkthrough and I did get humbled by Coach Archer and he told me to go get on the bus. And I did not think he was being serious and I've never seen him that mad at me, but I played good that day and we talked it over and we're fine now, but I've never been so scared in my life of Coach Archer.
He told you to go get on the bus before the game?
Oh, so we were having a walkthrough and I was goofing off with one of my friends And I guess I was laughing when he was talking, and he just screamed, "Go get on the bus."
I can't see Coach Archer doing that, but I believe
Oh
you.
boy.
All right. Well, very good. Well, ladies, I have certainly enjoyed this. And Kent, do you have any more questions here before
Yeah,
we let him go?
I'm good. This has been fun. Oh, other than I don't live there, is there another cribs coming along for us to celebrate going over 1,000 points, or is this the end of the line for a while?
Probably for a little while. We've got some
Yeah.
young ones that are we'll see if they follow suit. I don't know for sure, but I don't know, the next, what is it, 7-ish years? Stay tuned.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, we will do that. We'll be ready.
All right.
Well, very good. Ladies, again, congratulations for being part of the Missouri Milestones, the podcast. Carly, congratulations on behalf of Chevrolet and the Missouri State Highway Patrol and being the Athlete of the Week for passing both the ladies above you. And also congratulations on officially becoming a friend of the show, which means you can call in anytime. And we'll get you on the air, all right?
Thank you.
All right. Hey, you're watching Missouri Milestones, the podcast here. Guy Newcomb alongside Kent Mueller. We're certainly glad that you have joined us. And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us to take that 3 seconds and buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life. Be safe, be smart, and be here tomorrow. Everybody have a great day. God bless.